reception as we approach the start of the Australian Arab Business Council's federal budget review. The budget was announced last night by the federal government, and we're going to have the opportunity to speak to a couple of people here about their overall thoughts of the budget itself, how it will impact their business, and what brings them here tonight at this networking event. A couple of people, notable guests, include the President, Radwan, who will be speaking about his overall thoughts of the budget, as well as some of the implications that it may have for the wider Business Bankstown Council. We're going to be able to speak to a couple of people and get their overall take on what the budget will mean for them. Would you guys be down for a quick interview? Easy. All good? That's all good. Would I be able to grab one of you gentlemen for an interview?
This is the right man.
He said no.
Oh, not me.
Nobody? Anybody, just their business, their overall thoughts?
I don't have a business.
Would you be down for a quick interview?
I've been interviewed before, but that's all right. I'm happy to sort of do that.
So just talk to me about what brings you here today.
Business is business, and there's quite a lot of businesses here that are doing exceptionally well. And we're in the coating systems, new paints, highest performing. So, and some people have experienced it here, and they continue to spread the word.
Yeah, so did you have the opportunity to watch the budget, get any sort of implications of what it might mean for your business last night?
Believe it or not, I have been so busy that I did not.
Yep.
I'm relying on Radwan to actually do the job for me.
That's the general consensus. I think I want to hear from people tonight. Not a lot of people that have time. Honestly, so you speak how you're in the paint business. What would you then be looking for in terms of the budget and what they're rolling out in order to help your business?
We've been doing sort of research, and we've developed quite a lot of things that are good for the country. The budget in itself, really, I would hope that they actually spend more time focusing on Australia as a whole. I don't see big strategies happening, and what's missing from a lot of governments is that they don't, I'm not going to be rude, but they don't have the balls to go out there and say, that's the charter that we would like to take for the best thing for the country. It's always for the next budget and the next budget and the next budget, with more voting in their mind rather than a strategy.
Yeah, understandable. Awesome. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the night. So a general consensus you're going to hear tonight is people saying that they probably didn't have time to watch the budget, given it only came out last night. Hence why we have Radwan here to just kind of give an overall insight and catch people up to speed with what they missed out on last night. So we're going to have the opportunity to speak to a couple more people and see what the budget means for them and their business. Would you guys be down for a quick interview in terms of your business?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
So just feel free to introduce yourself and your business.
Rhonda Adams from Express Employment Services.
So thanks for your time.
That's okay.
Did you have the opportunity to watch the budget review last night and what sort of...
No, I didn't, but I did get a breakdown of what's going on. So I'll be interested in seeing what gets discussed today more in depth.
Okay, so without having watched it, what do you hope comes out of it in terms of your business specifically?
Probably funding more jobs for Australians, because I do recruitment. So hopefully manufacturers and that get... Well, I know that manufacturing does get a bit of funding. So if that increases, then it can boost the economy, where I can hopefully place candidates in work.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So hopefully Radwan can shed some light on that tonight.
Definitely.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Would I be able to grab a quick interview?
Interview?
Of course.
What?
Oh, it's Arab Media. You know, I've got you before.
What would you like me to be interviewed about?
What brings you here tonight?
What brings me here? I'm part of the furniture here. I'm one of the original founding members of this organisation.
Okay.
So, yes, what brings me here is old friends and connecting to other businesses and
Lovely.
and socialising, as well as doing some business, perhaps.
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
So did you have the opportunity to watch the budget last night, get any sort of insight?
No. Unfortunately, I took no interest in it. But tonight, perhaps Rodney will explain it, the effects of it slightly better than the one-sided version that the Treasurer will present anyway.
You, like many other people, are hoping that Rodney would just shed some sort of insight on what happened last night. I'm hearing a lot of people say that they've been busy. I assume you've been the exact same.
Well, I've certainly been busy. I have something on every night this week, something lunchtime as well, so not a lot of time to consider the budget, and I don't know that it has any surprises. It's a Labor budget, so I expect it to do the damage.
So you say
unfortunately,
that you don't expect many surprises. What do you hope comes out of it?
Well, I suppose some fiscal responsibility and lower inflation, maybe, but I suspect from the little that I've heard about it that it's going to have the opposite effect on inflation. So that would have been my hope. The hope of everybody who's struggling with a mortgage payment, I suppose. Yes.
Sure. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. Enjoy the night.
Thank you.
We'll now get the opportunity to speak to Rodney himself when he's free. Hey, Rodney. Would I be able to get you for an interview really quick?
Sure, no
prior to
worries.
starting?
No worries at all.
So I've heard a lot of people saying that they haven't had the opportunity to watch the budget and they're hoping on you to catch them up to speed with what they missed last night. What can you tell me to expect from tonight in terms of what you'll be speaking about?
I'm not going to steal my own thunder, actually. So they missed on a lot, really. It's probably the most important budget for a long time in view of the current situation. All the time, typically budgets has a fiscal flavour. This budget has more of a monetary flavour, at least indirectly. Particularly the noise you had from the Reserve Bank last week and what happened last night. So it did create a bit of locomotion in the markets. There's a lot to talk about. You will be recording it, I take it. Of course. Yeah. So you will see what I'm going to talk about. We'll go in depth through the fiscal indicators, the monetary policy indicators, compare it to Australia, to elsewhere in the world. It's a fairly lengthy presentation, probably take a good 40 minutes at least of talking. So, grab your seat belt, tighten it, and we'll go for a ride tonight. It's really enjoyable. I think everyone here will get something out of it. Typically, the budget presentation, not because I do it, I've been doing, this is my 17th budget actually presentation, but it's always a full house, and I expect that the same tonight.
Can you speak on the fact that a lot of people will get something out of the budget tonight? From what I've gathered, there's a lot of people from small businesses. What sort of implications does the budget have on smaller businesses, specifically in the Bankstown area?
I think the budget itself, and I'm going to leak this one out, there's nothing for small business in that budget except one thing about asset write-off. But generally, as consumers, that part of this economy, they'll be impacted with whatever this budget has to offer. Particularly the impact of the unemployment impacts them, the foreign currency movement impacts them, the interest rates impact them. So indirectly, as individuals or as the business, they'll be impacted in some way, shape or form.
Rodney, thank you for your time, and I'm keen to hear your words tonight. Thank you. Well, a couple more guests are arriving. We'll hope to have the opportunity to speak to a couple of them about their overall thoughts on the budget. Would you guys be down for... No. Would you guys be down for a quick interview? Just with Oz Arab Media? Yeah. So just introduce yourself and what brings you here tonight.
And before you start recording, I'm new to everything, so I don't know how beneficial I would be.
Okay.
I can speak for hours, don't worry, but it's just I'm new to the entire thing over here.
That's all good. We'll just take it step by step. So just introduce yourself and your business. What brings you here tonight?
I'm in healthcare. I run international businesses. So we're talking about it. I've been here in the country for about 2 years. I come from a global healthcare background, driving healthcare initiatives globally, primarily from Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And now I run my own business, advisory and consulting, and a board member on multiple boards in that part of the world. I'm also part of the Australian UAE Business Council. So simply trying to help people link east to west, as they say. Such an event, I believe it's my first time, but I believe it brings value for people with a background of that part of the world, and talking to people, networking, and get to know people, identifying opportunities, and so on and so forth.
And you speak on the fact that you have come from a healthcare background and you currently have your own business in that sort of field. Did you have the opportunity to watch the budget? And if not, what do you hope to get out of it in terms of healthcare and the sort of implication that they're bringing forth?
Very good question. So I did not look at the budget breakdown. I look forward to learn about the budget today. Obviously coming from healthcare and education background, because I run also the education healthcare part of things, it's quite important. I always knew that healthcare is a big budget item. I believe it's the second largest item, driven by the NDIS in the budget historically. Will be interesting to see how things evolves. Healthcare remain a priority for any nation in the developed world, right? I mean, education and healthcare, which I'm sure it will bring opportunities. It's very important also, while learning about the budget is one thing, but also looking at things on how the government is optimizing the system, because, again, healthcare is one of the areas that could drain a system unless you run it in an optimal fashion. And I believe such an event could really highlight and give us a bit of an insight to things. So optimizing healthcare and education is another important thing.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Enjoy the night.
Thank you.
Civilized, or they good?
Would you guys be down for an interview?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Oh, good. That's all good, man.
She told me to go buy me 3 ponies. You know, mate, no one's got her up there. And then you get bigger orders.
Would any of you guys be down for a quick interview, just in regards to why you guys are here, what brings you here?
No, I don't know much about it yet.
What about your business? Well, we won't mention the budget. So just feel free to introduce yourself and your business.
Hi, my name's Naveen Gurgis, and I own a funeral home called Odyssey Funerals.
Okay, and what brings you here tonight? I assume networking, but...
Yeah, a bit of networking and to get to know the community a bit more and how other people do things, like what I can learn and what I can give back to the community as well.
Yeah, of course. And you mentioned the fact that you, just like a lot of people other here, haven't watched the budget yet. Do you have anything that you're anticipating or expecting in terms of benefiting your own business?
Hopefully doing some networking and getting my name out there a bit more, because I'm a pretty new business. So, yeah, I'd just like to get my name out there and learn from other people.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
What channel?
Oz Arab Media.
Oz Arab Media.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. So this was Joseph Sayum reporting live for Oz Arab Media. We had the opportunity to speak to a couple of people prior to Rodney's speech will commence at 7 p.m.